A friend of mine's brother passed away, and I came to visit him and to help him as far as the legal paperwork for processing the body. He was told that he can't release the body unless he signs that he died of natural causes, and of course he's unwilling to do that because he was shot in the chest yesterday at Rabaa al Adawiya.
Mourners in Egypt expressing frustration in identifying the bodies of those killed in a bloody crackdown on protesters. And authorities are bracing for more violence. A few hours ago, they gave police the right to use, quote, deadly force to protect themselves and key institutions from attacks. Hundreds of bodies have still not been identified. Egypt's health ministry now says 525 people were killed in yesterday's clashes between security forces and supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi. Families of the dead say they're getting no help from the government identifying loved ones. Meanwhile, funerals were held today for a group of police officers. They are among the 43 members of the security forces killed in street battles. And this is a look at the aftermath of the crackdown in Cairo. It's the second day of a dawn to dusk curfew. A nationwide state of emergency also remains in place. The interim government says it will stay that way for 1 month. The state of emergency effectively gives the army the power to arrest and detain people. NBC reporter Ayman Mohyeldin is in Cairo. He has the latest.
Well, a lot of mixed scenes unfolding across the capital and really across the country. Let's start off with the actual site of those two squares that have been cleaned out, so to speak, by the Egyptian police and military. Those two squares now firmly in control of the Egyptian police forces. However, the bodies of nearly 200 or so protesters, supporters of the ousted president, remain in one of the mosques that's being used as a makeshift field hospital. So the official death toll as it stands is close to 525, but there are nearly 200 or so bodies that have still been unidentified and still laying in one of these field hospitals. So we do expect that number to continue. Now, there are some funerals underway for some of those bodies that have been recovered. In addition to that, the Egyptian police force have been holding honorable funerals for the 43 security members of their forces that were killed in yesterday's violence. That was attended by the Minister of Interior. But against that backdrop, a lot of anxiety and still a lot of tension and some violence here in Cairo and elsewhere. There have been protests that have turned violent this afternoon here in the capital, Cairo, as hundreds of supporters of the ousted president, the Muslim Brotherhood, attempted to attack and torch one of the key government buildings here in the Giza Governorate near Cairo. So still a volatile situation across the capital. And in fact, even not, as I was saying, not only in the capital, but in other cities where some of these protesters have been clashing with security forces for a second straight day.